Passing power is great, effortless. Hi there everyone, welcome to DM Car Reviews. Today we are driving a 2024 Nissan Rogue S on our channel. I want to say a huge thank you to Michael over at Enterprise Sales of Rockville in Rockville, Maryland for providing me this car. I will attach all his information in the right hand corner, so if you're on the market for a used car, definitely check him out. But let's go start up this Rogue and go take a look outside the car. For some reason, when I first got in the car, I thought this was the 2.5 liter, but nope, it's the 1.5 turbo. This is the all-wheel drive version and your direct competitor to the RAV4. There's also the Mitsubishi Outlander, which is pretty much a Rogue, same exact concept, but just in a little different shell. But I've never driven the base model. I've only driven the Platinum version of this car. So what does the base model even get you for the money? Well, let's go find out. So here in the back, we have hard plastic everywhere. Even the door handles are pure plastic. They're not painted or anything. We have cloth seats. Very pleasant to the touch, I will say that. The cloth here is surprisingly pleasant. And in the back, you sit exactly like in the older version, higher than the front. We have a pleasant headliner, an armrest with cup holders, which is nice, and we even get vents in the back for a base model. That is really cool. I guess we got child locks activated, so we're gonna have to open the door manually. Let's take a look at the trunk. There is no auto lift gate, so you have to use it with, you have to pull it with your hand, use it manually. But here we got a nice amount of storage, some more storage and a spare. First aid kit. If you fold the seats, you can get a lot of space here. It's a decently spacious trunk. So here we have the 1.5 liter turbo. It's called the VC Turbo. There are no hydraulic holders, so you got to use the stick. But beside that, everything is very straightforward. Works good. The door handles are plastic, they're not painted. And here we have nice soft touch material. Here it's soft. Again, not painted plastic door handle. So let's hop in. So we are greeted to super comfortable front seats. I would say these are about as comfortable, plus minus, as my 2015 Altima was. I have to guess these are the NASA Zero Gravity seats, because these are really good. Actually, one of the most comfortable front seats that I've ever been in any car. Surprisingly good front seats. This is also soft, nice to the touch. We have our screen with the audio, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay. I believe it also has Android Auto. And this is done really nicely. Quilted, soft to the touch. This is also nice. Plastic steering wheel. I wish it was leather, but we also get the paddle shifters here. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, camera. Simple basic climate. 2 fast charging USB-Cs, some more space right here. Let's check out the backup camera. Kind of hazy, but not bad. Definitely decent for the price. I like the wipers though, how the fluid just comes right out of them. Horn test. Not a lighted visor. Everything is very basic, minimalistic, simple. Now I do like the seating position. We have good visibility, we have blind spot. I think we have blind spot in this car. I have to check. Or not, we'll see. Everything feels nice. We got our different settings here, information. Can you imagine, we even have, it shows we have the variable compression turbo gauge with the boost, tire pressure gauge. Even the Audi S5 doesn't have that. Come on, this is a base model Nissan. I like the shifter, this is cool. We got different driving modes, normal, eco, sport. We're gonna try all of them. But let's get started on auto. Right away I can say that this car is very easy to steer. It's got very effortless steering. I would say similar to the Audi A4, just as light. You can pretty much steer it like this, super light. But there's good torque down below. I'm not even pressing any throttle and the car's already up to 45. Surprisingly effortless. This engine is definitely better insulated than the older 2.5s are, much quieter. And surprisingly, this is a peppy car. I'm not applying any throttle and we get up to speed with ease. So what we're gonna do is we're first gonna head out and do our acceleration test, see how quick this Rogue is, and then we'll go hit the highway for a bit and see how it drives. But so far, I definitely have to say I'm impressed with the Rogue. It's nice. Yes, we do have blind spot here with a audible warning. The ride is plush, composed, and it's a fairly quiet cabin for this class, which is surprising because cars usually in this class are much louder. Passing power is great, effortless. Got up to 70 really easily. And I didn't even go maybe half throttle max. Plenty of pull at 3,000. You don't even have to spin it out. In daily driving, this is a huge improvement over the 2.5 liter. I would take this all day long because it's just such a better application. And if this came in the Altima would probably be even peppier than it is now. But let's check out sport mode too. I'm curious how that feels. Ooh, very agile and zippy. Not bad. Uphill, not bad. But I feel like the mid-range pull here is actually better than the high range. So like 3,000–4,000, it actually pulls better 3.5–4 than up top. Like right now we have better pull. But this is a peppy Rogue. All right, let's do our first test. All right, let's go off idle. 3, 2, 1. Let's see our times. So 0 to 60 came in at 8.3 seconds. Not bad for a all-wheel drive Rogue. 1/8 mile 10.47 at 69.81. 40 to 88.56. Quarter mile came in at 16.02 at 88.88. Not bad. I definitely feel like these times could be a little bit improved. So we will give it one more try. I think it deserves another try. And we could probably break it into the high, like 15.7, 15.8. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. But very, very good times for this size and weight. And this was, again, off idle. No boost, nothing. Oh, perfect. Nope. Doesn't do anything. I disabled the traction. I did a nice boost, but then it just cut off. It's like, nope, not doing it. Because we did do a better 0 to 37 mile per hour time. Let me try another run. One more. We're going to wrap this up. But I want to just go lightly on the throttle, start off lighter. All right, let's start off one more time. All right, 3, 2, 1. And then I'll press it in. Let's go. Same thing. Makes no difference. Yep, same exact thing, 8.45. Okay, so these cars don't like to be boosted. No problem. Let's not boost them. So 8.3 is our best results. Let's just keep it at that. And this summarizes our performance section. So on the highway, gotta say, feels really, really nice. Plenty of power. Very capable handling, surprisingly. Good brakes too. Well, to summarize the test drive, definitely enjoyed the Rogue. Surprisingly a fun car with really good low-end torque. Feels like an EcoBoost. Very maneuverable, good handling. Definitely has some potential to it in turns. Brakes are good too. No brake fade, nothing. Really good. It's a nice cabin to be in. It's really comfy. The seats are amazing. Definitely a car you can take on a nice road trip. Good power for its class. I really liked it. Definitely impressed. Great option. Great option. I think Nissan has made a lot of good improvements with this body style. The engine is better. It feels quicker. There's more usable torque by far. Just a really nice ride. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Smash that like and subscribe button, and till next time.